The Home Run Derby is officially over, and these cards are actually terrible. So how you get all these cards is from the pack right here. Obviously, there's the 8 participants that were in the Home Run Derby. Obviously, Jordan Walker ended up winning it all. And if we take a look at his card right here, he does got the 125 power, which is very expected. But his fielding and speed and arm are kind of, whatever. His arm is still very good, so that's kind of why it's on his card. The fielding is always going to be terrible on a lot of these Home Run Derby cards because they've done that over the years. And then the speed is whatever. But the fact that the Derby champion has 100 clutch and 70 power after he literally had to clutch up to win the Derby is a little insane to me. And he's going for 100,000, so if you do pull him, I would probably sell him, to be honest with you guys. Kyle Schwarber's card is infinitely better in my opinion. He's got a very solid card in this game. Obviously, he can play first base secondary, which I think is huge. And obviously, 2 parallels, he's going to get 125 power, so not that big of a deal. And he's got way better vision. And this card's actually going for a little bit more than the Walker, which is actually hilarious. And then some of the other guys have some pretty solid cards as well. And they're still, once again, pretty good compared to the Jordan Walker card. We'll kind of quickly flash through them here. But they're also going for a decent amount of stubs. I actually was able to pull Wilson Contreras in the pack that I was able to pull. But yeah, they're Home Run Derby cards. They're not the greatest cards in the universe. They're not the worst cards in the universe. I feel like they're kind of pumped up a little bit by, their card overall because they really don't play like it. But it is what it is. How you earn these cards is basically through all these little packs right here, these Home Run Derby packs. This is actually the program right here. I was able to do the showdown. You get like 10 points, and then you just got to do all these Home Run Derby missions right here, which are pretty easy to do, and then you'll be able to complete this program and get 2 of the packs. And then you can also buy the packs in the shop if you want to as well. So you got the draft pack, and then you got the Home Run Derby pack right here. Crazy that the draft pack is a little bit cheaper now that I'm looking at this. Cards in here are significantly better. But yeah, it's the same with the rounds. So Walker and Kyle Schwarber will be in the rare round. The mid round will be the 97s, and then everyone who got out in the first round will be that base round. But yeah, basically, I mean, the point of contention everyone's been talking about is this just Jordan Walker card. Obviously, he put in a phenomenal performance in the Home Run Derby if you guys didn't watch it. I think he had to hit like 6 home runs in a row to end up winning the Derby versus Kyle Schwarber. That's exactly what he did. And people were comparing this card to Jazz Chisholm Jr.'s card from last year's show when he hit 3 home runs, and his card is significantly better than Walker. So I'm going to pull up Jazz Chisholm Jr.'s card from the last year's game on the screen. But as we can see, he's got more contact. Obviously, Walker's gonna have more power because he won the thing. They always give the guys that win 125 power. But even with the less power, the vision is way better. The clutch is way better, which is crazy. And then the fielding stats, they're pretty similar, and the speed is very similar. So very strange the decision-making process here. I don't really know if they want people to play their game anymore. I don't know if they're trying to get people not to play the game. I really don't know what they're doing, to be honest. But it's actually impressive how many things they fumbled in this game when you think about it. Obviously, I haven't used this card, so I really have no idea how he is. But that was the main controversy of these cards. Glad I didn't stay up for this because that would have been, annoying. That is the Home Run Derby stuff. The cards, they're kind of whatever. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of them. There's new multiplayer awards out today as well with the Cody Bellinger and the Paul Skeens. I think those are in the World Series or the ranked program or something like that. And as we see, everything's working in this game just fine as it is 3,000 days to the next weekend classics. So this game is still bugged. We have the multiplayer program. We got an Andy Pajas in here. There's a Travis Bonanza. We have a Shea Langeliers All-Star card. CJ Abrams is in here, Paul Skeens, and then we have the World Series kind of rewind packs, which I think is pretty cool that they do that. And as you guys know, it's the same missions to complete all this stuff, so nothing crazy is going to be in here, but pretty much same stuff to get the multiplayer program done. They also stated there wasn't going to be a new collection as well, but there is a new collection. So, at this point, I'm not even, this game, ceases to amaze me at this point. The amount of times that they have been caught, lying or saying something wrong, and then they do it anyways is literally insane. I mean, you could think about it with the PCI shrinkage, that whole issue, the cheating issue, the bugs issue with the different players, this whole Legends and Flashbacks collection. They said they wouldn't do all of them again, and we got all of them again. There's just been so many different things that they've lied, or they've haven't cleared up or whatever, or said that's a mistake. I genuinely don't know how they get players back after this game being this terrible. I think that's actually to be a genuine challenge for that company to be able to get players back on this game, because I genuinely don't know how you do it. Because the amount of decisions they have made that have just been literally terrible is insane to me. But anyways, after the complaining, out of the 8 cards, you only need 7 cards to get the voucher. And that voucher is obviously for the next Legend of Flashback, which is on July 26th in about a week or 2. So yeah, cool, you don't need all 8. You'll probably need all 8 for the next collection reward if I had to guess. That's probably why they're starting this one out at 7. Yeah, and then we still have the draft ones as well that are all in here for the draft cards. And then we still got the normal All-Star. We got the normal All-Star game stuff over here as well. And it's still 43 cards to get Yoran Alvarez. So they did release more of these cards, obviously, in the multiplayer program. So you don't have to get those Weekend Classic cards if you don't want to get them, or the rank cards if you end up achieving those cards. You won't have to get the crazy Weekend Classic cards, which are probably still going for a crazy amount of stubs. As we can see, Jacob Mizorowski's going for 300k, which is just insane. I mean, all these top cards are going literally for 100k. So Yeah, that's kind of the state of this collection right now. I don't think you will have to get some of those cards. You might have to get a couple of them, but you should be able to get most of the cards without really, buying, crazy cards like the Mizorowski or any of the 98s or 99s, just because they have added more cards. So we'll kind of wait and see, but yeah, it should be a little bit easier to complete this collection now with the more cards that got added. And obviously, they're probably gonna add more cards with the All-Star game as well with that pack. Obviously, when this video goes up, that will already be done. So if you guys want to know the answer on that, but it should be a little easier to complete this collection. So what's your guys' thoughts on the whole All-Star content so far? For me, I feel like most of it has been okay. I like the way that they're doing like the structure of all the content releases, like they're just telling you where it's at. Program pack showdown pretty easy, program conquest pack pretty easy for those two. The cards for the draft were great. The cards from the home run derby or whatever. We'll see how the All-Star game cards turn out, to be honest. All-Star has been a pretty good program for the most part, and then obviously the original programs I thought they did really well, just kind of keeping it more like a Team Infinity, which is really cool. But yeah, after this, it's basically going to be the roster update and the All-Star game. And then after the All-Star game, which is probably going to go out by the time you see this video, we got that roster update, which is very exciting. And I was going through today, I've invested over 380,000 stubs into the roster update, so I'm ready for that Thursday stream because it's going to be crazy, and hopefully we have enough stubs to kind of get closer and closer to completing that live series collection, which will be pretty exciting. Hopefully I can get it done quicker than we did last year. That's kind of the goal right now, but we'll kind of wait to see a ton of new All-Star content in the game. Make sure you guys go check it out if y'all haven't. My favorite part has probably been the draft so far. I think the draft has probably been the best thing that they've released. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below, what's your guys' thoughts on all the All-Star content? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, all the socials will be linked down below in the description and shown on screen. If you guys want to play in our MLB The Show tournament that is happening this Sunday for a chance to win some money playing MLB The Show, make sure you guys join the Discord and sign up. All the rules will be listed over there as well. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.